And welcome back. So, Star Wars. So, topic, you've read it. Read the title. You clicked on the video. Is Kylo Ren is it irredeemable? Yeah, irredeemable. You'll notice that I thought of the title in my head before actually writing it down. And then it's like, am I pronouncing this word right? Is he irredeemable? Can he not be redeemed due to his actions in The Force Awakens? So to understand that question, the answer to that question before I give my response, I gotta understand how this character has progressed in the storyline that we know of. So he's born to Han and Leia. He's their son. And, of course, spoilers, by the way. This movie's been out now for about 7 to 8 weeks. Spoilers, obviously. I feel like I need to just say that. He was spoilers. Like, you wouldn't be clicking on this if you haven't watched the movie. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you might, but just don't get on my case. Don't get on my case. Anywho, so yeah, born to Han and Leia, very Force sensitive. He's the grandson and nephew of two of the greatest Force users the galaxy has apparently ever known, Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. Now, it was apparently known by Snoke that he existed basically by the time of his conception or birth. Snoke kept an eye on him, whispered in his ear, and he went to the dark side, supposedly killing off most of the Luke's new Jedi Order. He was part of the Knights Ren. He reformed it or just became the master of them, and he has been working under Snoke ever since, trying to find Luke Skywalker. Now he's always been in conflict through the light and the dark. We see that stressing. He's prone to temper tantrums due to his indecisiveness towards one side or the other. And then the turning point came, and he wanted to choose the dark side, and he killed Han Solo. And you can even see, and it even said in the novelization, which I've read parts of the novelization, not the whole novelization, but definitely parts, where he said he thought it would bring closure. All he felt was like hollowness and incompleteness. He didn't feel completed. He just felt hollow after that, meaning it didn't necessarily solve his problem. So, there you go. In terms of this character, he comes off as a bit more supposed to... Wow, I'm starting to lag for some reason. He came off a bit more as what Anakin was kind of supposed to be. In terms of the angst and the whine. I know some people will disagree with me on that, and a lot of people might disagree with it. That's fine. It's my opinion. And it's your opinion. I think he came off kind of how Anakin was supposed to come off. I've had friends arguments like, no, Anakin was kind of, he was developed right in terms of how he transitioned and things like that, and the flip-flop. It's like, no, he wasn't. Most of this stuff is because he's just this freaking brash, arrogant kid who doesn't like to listen. It's because what's the best way? He's a brash, arrogant kid, didn't like to listen. He didn't like authority. That was one problem right there. And so he was much easier to sway. He made just poor choices in general before he even went to the dark side. As far as we know, Kylo Ren didn't make any real bad choices until he went to the dark side. Then he started killing people. So he didn't do... So right there, he's just... There's a clear-cut difference. Whereas Kylo Ren is whiny to a degree, it's more of it... You actually see an internal struggle with Kylo Ren a lot of the time on screen. Whereas Anakin, he is just coming off like a whiny little brat half the time. A spoiled frickin' brat. Even the third one, which I say is the best of the three turds, he's still whiny. Whenever he screams, he's like, oh, did you not get your way? That's the way he comes off. I don't blame Hayden Christensen per se for doing bad direction in writing. I mean, Hayden Christensen is a good actor. And again, whenever he's not talking, he emotes very well, but... it couldn't save Anakin's character, really. But Kylo comes off, like I say, Anakin 2.0, in that his angst, even when he whines, there seems to be a bit more of a justifiable reason for the whining. He's so conflicted, and he wants to be bad. He actually does, and he chooses bad at the end, but he's struggling with it. And so when he's not getting his way, feeling like he's in control, he just suddenly goes on a tantrum, which are fun to watch. And then he finally says, like, no, you see that moment between him and Han, which, granted, because it's so telegraphed what's about to happen, it does lose a lot of its punch. But the scene is still very well acted between them. And if you watch, like, the back and forth between them, you see the struggle on his face. You see the torment. You see the pain on Kylo's face. You know, he honestly doesn't want to kill his father, but he feels he must to be free of the pain. And then, you know, he goes on, and he kind of just, then he's a bit more, you know, we're not done yet. It's just you and me. Han Solo can't save you. That weapon belongs to me. Traitor! He's a little more kind of hilariously whiny at that point, but still relatively fun to watch and likable in the sense that you're enjoying watching this villain on screen to an extent. Now, granted, some people say that, and this is leading into the topic of the video, the minute he killed Han Solo, there was no chance to redeem him. He was irredeemable. So the question I have raised, after almost 6 minutes of going off on this, is Kylo Ren irredeemable? In Episode 8, absolutely he's irredeemable. The only way you can redeem him is in Episode 9. That is the only way he's able to be redeemed. Now the question is, can he be redeemed? That's a different question entirely. Because, first off, we're going to see a much darker Kylo Ren, which will be a different video entirely. A darker, more powerful Kylo Ren in Episode 8 because Snoke's going to train him, complete his training. Is it possible? Okay, first off, anything is possible, but is it likely? I'm going to say it's probably likely just for storytelling purposes, because it's a Skywalker story, and it's probably going to be that type of redemption thing. Now, that being said, there's also a scenario, a plausible scenario, where Rey does turn out to be Luke's daughter. I don't think that's the case right now, but who knows. And he can't be redeemed. He made a mistake. He can't go back from that mistake, and she has to put him down. Or maybe it's Luke I don't think it's going to be Luke who puts him down. Maybe he'll do an Obi-Wan and he'll slice Luke in half. Luke willingly accepting it, but I don't think so. We'll see how it all goes, though. So the question, though, is he irredeemable? If we're going on a percentile scale, he's like 90% irredeemable. It's going to be very hard to redeem him. First off, in storytelling purposes, you can easily write something where he's redeemed. But you can't write it like that and make us believe it necessarily. You have to write it in a way that we believe the redemption and that we're happy he's redeemed. The problem is with Kylo Ren's backstory, or Kylo Ren's character, is that even though we know a lot of his backstory now, we know a lot of his character, we didn't grow up with this character. We didn't, well, that's not the best way to put it. We didn't see the progression of his character to Vader, and we didn't see, or to Kylo Ren, Ben Solo. To be fair, we didn't see the progression of Vader either, but we had so much backstory to go on with Vader that, first off, Vader, he's just a standard bad guy, and Obi-Wan gives the reason, like, Vader was seduced by the dark side of the Force, and all that. But then we get into Episode 8, where we get more backstory, where Vader revealed the father-son thing, or, like, he's his father. Now we don't necessarily want to see him kill. Now we kind of want to see if they can maybe redeem himself. Because the moment we get into that, Return of the Jedi, we're like, Luke's not trying to save his father. And we care about Luke because we've established Luke throughout this. So for us to be able to redeem Kylo Ren, we need to further the story with Kylo Ren and his relationship to Rey, his relationship to Luke, even his relationship to Finn a little bit. Even though it's not much. Finn's story, I think, is going to tie more around with Phasma, which I think is the right way to go. But yeah, if he is redeemable. So I think he is redeemable, but it has to be done in an effective storytelling way with the story between Rey and Luke coinciding into Episode 9. Because he's going to be bad going into Episode 9. I have no doubt about that. If they change that somehow, I'll be amazed. But that's the way I say. Otherwise, if you're not going to go that route, if you're not going to try to develop these characters, their relations to each other, then yes, I would say he's irredeemable. You can't come back from that. Even if you were to write him to be redeemed, I wouldn't believe it because of how he's acted thus far. I haven't really been established with him to the point where I believe there's good in him. At the moment, I don't believe there's good in him. I believe there's conflict, but at the moment, I don't actually see good in him. Vader, for the longest time, didn't have good in him. He buried all that good down. Okay, that's maybe not the best way to say it. It's he had good, but he just suppressed it, all of that. Kylo, it's more he just wanted to kill the good in him. And with Vader, I think there's probably like that little sparkle, like that one star in an inky black galaxy. But that being said, I don't think I don't think it's going to be as easy to bring that out because first off, he's younger than Vader. That's one thing. Vader was older. He had a lot of time to think about all the stuff that had happened in his life. He had a lot of guilt that weighed in on him. Even when he was at his most evil, he still had guilt weighing in on him. Padme's death always haunted him, as we find out in like comics and lore. Luke, his struggle with his son brought out the light again. He had a lot of things going on with him, but that's because a lot of age and experience caught up with him in that regard. With Kylo, he's young, he's brash, he's arrogant, he thinks he's the shit. So he's not going to have that same baggage. He's not going to have that same level of redemption or the same kind of redemption that Vader had. So it's really going to be hard. Not impossible, but hard to redeem Kylo Ren. If I were to go just right now, if I say, is he going to be redeemed by the end of the series? I'm probably going to say yes for the sake of storytelling purposes, because that's how they want to try to portray it. It's a lost soul who finds the light again. That's basically how they want to portray it. I'm pretty certain. I hope that's not the route they go. I actually hope that, honestly, even though I think he can be redeemed, I hope they don't redeem him. But don't get me wrong, I still like his character overall. I don't think he's a terrible character. The fact that he killed Han Solo does not make me dislike Kylo Ren. It just makes me more interested to see where the character goes from here. That's the thing about it. A lot of people just say, I hate this character. He killed Han Solo. That's not a legitimate reason to hate someone just because they killed a favorite character of yours. It might not put him in your favor per se, but to just say you hate a character just for killing a character you liked, they have to have personality traits beyond that to make them deplorable, not just one single act. So I look forward to seeing where Kylo Ren goes in episode 8 and 9, and to see if they redeem him, how they redeem him. But I honestly don't want to see them redeem him, particularly because he's not like Vader. He doesn't have an imposing presence as Vader. He is a Vader wannabe. He wants to be Vader. Show me the dark side. He's young, he's brash, he's arrogant. That's why I want to see him get his teeth kicked in again, really. I want to see him get put on his ass and be taught that, no, you chose wrong. That's what I want to see with this. I want to see him not learn the lesson of, I chose the wrong side. I don't want to see that, I chose the wrong side, forgive me. No, I don't want to see that. I want to see, boom, kick him in the teeth, maybe slice an arm off and say, and then it's like, no, you chose the wrong side. And even at the end be like, no, that's not true, that dog's it's like, nope, boom, just force throw him against something and maybe blow him. Do I want to see him dead by the end of it? I can't say I want to see him dead. I want to see him maimed. I won't lie that. Don't get me wrong. I don't like the fact he killed Han Solo. But if they didn't... If they kill a character in an effective way, it works. And for the storytelling purposes, it works. It's just, it wasn't handled properly. That was the thing. The death of Han Solo was not handled properly. It's not that I hate the fact he killed Han Solo. It's that the gravitas of that scene didn't have much weight for me. Mark, on the other hand, was kind of shocked when it happened. Hi, puppy. And there's Domino. Hey, Domino! I'm almost done, honey. So, yeah. Do I think he's redeemable? Yes, I do. Do I think he will be redeemed? I think he probably will. They'll find some way to redeem him. Do I want him redeemed? No, I don't actually want to see him I want to see him learn his lesson the hard fucking way. That's what I want to see. So, yeah. So, no, yes, redeemable. Yes, I think they'll redeem him. No, I don't want to see him redeemed. And honestly, it makes him more interesting to me if he's not redeemed. That actually makes him more interesting because, yeah, it would be a repeat of the Vader storyline, absolutely. And that would just be stupid if they redeemed... Not stupid, but it would just be a repeat of Vader if they redeemed him. We've done that already. It would kind of be repetitive at that point and would make Kylo less interesting, I think. Don't redeem him. Now we get to see a bit more of an interesting side. How dark can this character go now? How vicious of a character can we get out of Kylo when he's fully immersed in the dark side, or almost completely immersed in the dark side? That, to me, is more interesting than a character who's got redeemable qualities. Right now, yes, he's irredeemable. We'll see what happens in episode 8 to see if he can be more redeemable. I don't think he will be. I think he's going to be pretty actually badass in the next movie. So, and I'll do another video saying what we could see from him, like, in the next one. That's not going to be the second Star Wars video this week. I'll let you know tomorrow with the second Star Wars video this week. That one's going to be a fun one for me to do. I got to write some notes down for that video, though. So, we'll get to that when we get to that. So, that's my thoughts on that. I know I kind of reiterated a lot of points over and over again. I apologize for that, but it's just my mind working out and just like, yeah, I believe this, I believe this. There's reasons why. So, yeah, that's why I believe that. Yeah. And then there's also this reason. So sometimes I'll end up repeating a point when new points pop into my head. That's just the way my mind processes things. If you don't like that, I'll try to, if you can't, well, no, I can't accept that. I don't want to sound like a dick. If you have an issue with it, just let me know. I'll try to not reiterate the points as much as I need to. So, yeah, because I want to make these videos, one, because they're fun, and two, because I do want to entertain you folks. That's the reason you want to click on a video, is to be entertained, or just to see gross stuff, or just stupid stuff. Many reasons people click on videos, but a video titled Star Wars, I assume you want entertainment. So yeah, if you do have an issue with the way I kind of did the video, please let me know. I'll try to clean up my style in the future videos. But thanks for watching, though. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Tomorrow, who would win? This one came out from Shahel and Rose as well. I got one other one from him as well. But tomorrow's who would win will be Nightwing versus Daredevil, as requested by Shahel and Rose. So I actually remembered your name this time. So right on. And thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Good night, everyone.